So are we
yeah.
jumping into the big thing?
Yeah.
Or-
Well, I mean, we may as well.
Here's what we'll do.
Yeah.
How about this?
Okay. Let's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you
let's-
want me to just rip the Band-Aid? Like,
Well,
I'm great at ripping
No,
Band-Aids,
we're
man.
not here to
give
rip
some
Band-Aids.
context.
No,
Let's give
give
some
the-
context
give
first,
the
so it doesn't hurt
context.
as bad.
So
Well,
here's,
yeah.
here's
That's
a little
really
backstory
important.
that maybe y'all don't know. Okay, so over the last couple weeks or so, Quasar, who is a big script creator out there in the 5M community, was accused of fraud and stealing scripts from other creators. And as of recently, a lot of other script creators have gone on strike against them, have pulled support for any of their scripts that integrated QS inventory, which is our inventory script. And just to preface this is something that handles crafting for mechanics and some bars. This is things for like White Widow and stuff. This is someone that takes care of our satchels, takes care of inventory in our cars, our houses, our shops that we buy stuff from. So yeah, this handles a lot of things on the server, and a lot of people have suddenly decided to pull support from them. And CFX is even getting involved, and it's basically heading toward a class action lawsuit. Now, what that means for us is that if let's say, like, just recently, just to give an example, we updated Gym Bridge, and we updated Gym Payments, and Cat Cafe got updated. And now all of a sudden, aren't we having issues in the city with payments? Now, there's nothing else that has changed in that time frame, except for the fact that what was that day, the other day, that
Cambridge.
Basically Jim, the creator of that script that our payments handles, has pulled support from QS out of their script code. Like, legitimately is no longer compatible with our inventory system, just that quickly.
They put that on the changelog.
Yeah, on their changelog, legitimately showed that they were taking it off. So basically what that means going forward is that if we just stick with, QS inventory, there's a high chance that a lot of the scripts and things that we were previously using will no longer be compatible. And even if we go and say, like, oh, we'll put in a ticket with them to try and get help, they're going to ask, what inventory system are we using? And if they find out that it's QS, they're going to be like, well, we can't help you. So
it's the whole classic IT conundrum.
Yeah. So literally that leaves us with, one, we could stick with it and, everybody keeps all their stuff and it stays happy, but there's the chance going forward that less things in the city are going to continue to work. Things will break, things will suffer for it, and it's basically just going to be like we're on the Titanic.
We won't be able to update anything ever again, because chances are, with all this going on, QS is not exactly going to stick around to continue to produce products. They're going to close shop and run.
Yeah.
So there's going to be no more updates for our inventory systems, no more updates for any shops, anything like that, no more bug fixes, and no more support for any scripts that do integrate with inventories, which, for anybody that knows anything about CFX or how these things work, it's a lot. And by a lot, I mean quite literally pretty much everything.
Yeah. So as we go down the line, it's just going to get harder and harder to just try and put band-aids on what is essentially a sinking ship. So rather than stick with it, we obviously have no other recourse other than to switch inventories, which means inventories are going to get wiped. And as we try to, figure out which inventory script we're going to try and go with going forward, another conversation has come up in lieu of this, because since everything is going to end up gone anyway, is that we basically try and move forward to rebuilding the city in a better way. And just redoing everything, basically. like a redo of the economy, a redo of certain things that you guys experience every day when you're out RPing, you're doing stuff that we fix something and then something else breaks. And, or you guys experience a lot of putty issues and things like that. And that's usually from, the overbloat of textures and too many MLOs that are in the city but nobody really uses. So rather than, like, obviously this is a situation we have to go through. There's no going around it. Like, there's not much choice in whether or not we change inventories. It's gonna happen, and everything is gonna get taken away. However, this is also a good opportunity as us as a community to rebuild the city in a way where we take the stuff that we did right, or you guys liked, and compound more on that. Like, get it to be more refined, get it to be where it's better in all the right ways, and the things that didn't work, the things that people don't like or don't want to see come back, get removed. So it's definitely a time for us to move forward, but also to rebuild the city in ways, well, more like a hard reset than a soft reset. But it's more of a place of not just to wipe shit because everything is broken, but just more of a chance to just to restart, basically.
And we have story arc ideas for how this works.
Yeah.
For those who are concerned.
It's not a thing that we don't necessarily. If we didn't have to do any of this, there's a chance we would have gone in another direction. However, given the circumstances, what's presented in front of us, it's a good opportunity to get more things, because we can only put in enough in the city that we think you guys would like, because that's pretty much how a lot of it goes. It's like stuff that we want to see, but stuff that we might think that you guys might like, and sometimes we're wrong. So like with
sometimes
the housing,
it just don't work the way it's supposed to work.
The new housing, I fucking hate it. I know you guys probably don't like it. I hate it even more because I'm the one who bought it, and I hate it, absolutely hate it. So it's like it gives us a chance to get more direct, straight feedback from you guys. Like, what do you guys want to see? And these are things that we even have in the community meeting today. Like, you guys can like have some say in, like, what did you like, what didn't you like, what can we put in going forward as we rebuild, so that you guys are happy to see the things that you had input on in the city, making the city better, and we can grow from there. Because that's what we really want to do from here, is see the city grow. We have, of course, had our lows and our ups and our downs and our in-betweens, and I feel like we're finally getting to a point of growth. We're seeing new people come in and all that kind of stuff, and it's unfortunate that this, crap didn't happen before a bunch more people, came back and were coming in, but it's just one of those things that we don't really get to control. But we just want to take it in a more positive step so that we can continue the arch up of growing, and move forward. So from there we can at least go from the notes, or somebody could please say something.
Yes.
You were on a roll.
Just don't leave. I'm sorry.
Didn't want to like cut you off or talk over you or anything. It just was letting you go. It felt like it was very from the heart, and very real. So I was like, hey man, you go, man. All I've got is a bunch of information. I don't fucking.
I mean, we can provide as much information as possible about it, so that we just want it to be out there and honest about it, and not be like, oh yeah, we could do a wipe, or no, you'll get some. No, everything is gone. But we're hoping that in the interim of that, we could do better for the city as a whole and for the community as a whole. We're not doing this to try and ease our way into a shutdown. We're trying to get more staff in, get more people to help us build and make the city better, so that it can be the best that it possibly can be, with the vision of, we just want this to be a awesome place to RP and do whatever it is that you do.
Yeah, there's a few ambitious things that we want to try. I know there's a few of us that have talked that we want to try and get sorted out with doing like a re-release, I guess, like this.
Yeah.
Which has been like vehicles mostly, re-optimizing everything for the environment that we're really trying to look for. So like balancing all of the vehicles and then controlling which of the vehicles are in the server, reviewing how bad they are on resources, and controlling every single aspect of that, I think is going to be a huge up for back end stuff. And then I don't know, so what do we have on the front end that we want to divulge?
Give me just a moment. Oops. I had it pulled up on the side, but it doesn't like to stay there.
I mean, the fact of the matter is that the old inventory system, I'll be honest with you, it was shite. It had a lot of problems, as you already know from earlier in the year when we already had the partial or almost entire wipe. I can't remember.
And Quasar was so bad about that.
Yeah, like their shit just when you go to update it just kills itself. So
or it wipes the inventory anyway. So that was always a fear, because the last time inventories got wiped was because we updated QS inventory and there was like nothing we could do. Like, it's just, that's how you update it, is you wipe everything, which is kind of stupid, but
yes. You will this is a complete full wipe. Everything will be gone. We're going to be rebuilding the server from the ground up. We will be providing people like menus and stuff like that to like grab their numbers and everything else as well, because I know that was a concern, but it's between just a complete, like as Helheim was saying, a complete wipe to clear out any unneeded like MLOs, fix Plato issues, fix a lot of different issues that we couldn't even address as well. Basically, so
we're forced, because of the issue with the inventory system, we're forced to wipe let's be generous and call it 85% of everything on the server. So the thing is that we could wipe that 85% and try and continue to reintegrate things with a new inventory system as they were, but you'll still lose essentially everything. Or we can take this opportunity where we're already having to wipe 85 or 90% or whatever, and just take it the extra 10% and build a fresh build where we can actually adapt for the problems that we didn't get to. We can make a system that doesn't have the problems that our current build does have, because we know what we're looking to do as we go on. Because the former was very much built on the go, so now we kind of know how we can build this and frame this a little bit better. Now we can maybe try and optimize a few things and make a few things work a little bit better.
Yeah, and I deep dived into this before it was even brought up, but having people's accounts, like, you know what I mean? Like, CFX is involved with this and everything. And if it wasn't to that level and everything, then it wouldn't have been so, like, just wiped inventory. But it's just for the betterment of the community and a bigger picture of what we're trying to bring to you guys and the new vision of Audacity.
Yeah, I think from that's staff talking on our side. What that would look like for you guys is that when you guys put in a ticket and you say that something, or you put in a bug report and something's an issue, like sometimes it's easy fix, but we know that sometimes you guys can be waiting like weeks for something to get fixed, and that's not because we're ignoring you. It's because, number one, we're probably trying to work through all these other issues that might be causing an issue, or like we find ways to put a lot of band-aids on things, and typically that doesn't always work out with helping you guys with a better experience, and then us not stressing about why can't we fix this thing. So at least going forward with a wipe will help us to be able to tackle those things that you guys bring up in a better, timely manner. And actually, because we've rebuilt it in a fresher way, done better than what we did previously, that will help us be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what might be causing that issue. Or at least give us a better way to give you guys the support that you guys actually need in a better timely way.
And we can clean up all the extra duplicate shit that keeps happening.
Yeah. All that extra bullcrap that gets lost in the city. And to be fair, we're not professionals by any means. We sometimes just try to fix shit by band-aiding it, and that can last for a little while, but that doesn't always fix the issue overall.
I'll be honest, on numerous occasions. Okay, actually, you know what? There's a few police here. You'll notice that the elevator at PD sometimes has music. Yeah, I can't figure it out either. I don't know why it sometimes has music. It should always have music, but it doesn't. So,
yeah, stuff like that. But also, to give you guys some things that maybe you guys could have some thought on, as we digest through this. So, who here likes the phone script? Because that's the thing about when you're talking about a wipe. Here's some of the times for you guys to actually like tell us what you liked, what you don't like, what you want to see next time, what you don't want to see next time. You could be like, no, fuck those phones. I don't want to see them again. Or you can be like, don't get rid of my favorite phone. Maybe you have phones from other cities. Yeah, fuck those. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Hello?
Those phones.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because the phone, we figured out the phone was wiping your information every 30 days if you're not on that character. So basically that's how it like fleshed out the server. But yeah. Damn. Yeah.
I like
Or the
that.
fact that regardless
So-
if you have notifications on in somebody's Twix, you automatically are made aware that something posts up there. I didn't like that. I thought it was so weird.
Okay. So as I could see, okay, we got some people who like it, but
No, that was just me putting the.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Everybody hates it.
Everybody hates it. Okay. You know what? We'll let
Do y'all have any-
decide. We'll let you if you got another phone script that maybe you like saw in another city and you know the name of it, throw it at us. These are the things that I'm talking about. Like, yes, we have to rebuild. Yes, it kind of sucks we have to start over, but you guys get a chance to tell us what you want to see. What do you want to see in this new era of Audacity? You know what? I just want to come to some crime. You know what?
So basically, to piggyback to that specific things as to what the specific things that we were looking for you guys to like think about. The phone was a big thing. I think either way we were gonna leave the phone just because of the issues that we realized as a staff or whatever. Another big thing is the mech and the parking scripts. If you guys don't like, especially for the mechs in the city, like let us know. Do you like dealing with this one? Should we stick with this one? Should we stick with the parking stuff as well?
Yeah.
We wanted to bring up the gas stations. Do we like that they're ownable? Do we want to go back to like, is that a detriment to have these stations that are owned by people and then they disappear and then that gas station no longer has gas? Another thing is, a big thing is MLO filtering, which is going to go to this whole optimization. We're trying to build an optimized server this time so that, you know, Play-Doh and stuff and all that crap isn't happening. What are MLOs that you guys think are not being used, or like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. You know, I take another, and these are activities is the other bit. Like, what activities do you guys like that we have and want to keep, or really think that no one uses, like the bowling, the whitewater rafting crap up north, and
Yo, there's whitewater rafting?
Yeah.
brother.
Yes. I went there like a week ago. And I go bowling almost every like once a week.
I only learned about the surfboard like 3 weeks ago. Okay.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Which is fucking absurd and
Okay, so see, these are the
probably be removed.
yeah. Maybe we should make a list of things that are in the city, and you guys could go through the list and say what you want to see or what you want to keep, so that you can experience it. Because I think, yeah, some of y'all don't know about certain things that are in.
But we also want our devs to be able to come in and role play and everything. We don't want you guys to also be having to always open up tickets because there's an issue and everything else. Don't want to sit around and always have a problem when you go to make a pub cup, or to go and fix someone's car and everything, and different things like that. Or just like, man, why am I having this Play-Doh issue? So, and just a lot of rebalance of a lot of different things. So,
Yeah. So
there'll be more announcements to come with with different things as well.
Yeah. So we can put together like I don't know if we should do like a poll document and just have people fill it out, or if it just be easier to just create
making
polls.
I think as we
like a poll list.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think especially as we come to that point, especially the dev team comes to that point, we'll be very vocal in the general or putting up these polls as far as like just specific things. As we get to those, as we're rebuilding, we're going through the internal priority list that we got going. So once we're done with points and and everything's good and we reach a certain topic, then you'll definitely be seeing us reaching out to you guys and be like, hey, how do you feel about this? Are we gonna this, that, and the third?
Right. Okay.
But with this, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. If we still have stuff on that.
Oh no, we can move on to the next.
Okay. Yeah, mechanic and parking. If there's, we'll be doing polls. Like if we're happy with the mechanic script as it is. Do we want something else?
Bear in mind, just saying you're not happy is not an option. You have to actually, provide a alternative.
Yeah. Maybe.
We need to know what issues you experience, because we maybe not be able to use things every single day like you guys. So we need to hear exactly what's going on with it and everything else, so that we can,
Yeah.
be like, okay, this script is shit. We're gonna throw it out of here.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, just a simple, what's wrong with it? It's shit. Okay. Could you be more specific?
Yeah, just a little bit more specific.
It's just shit.
It's dog shit.
It's dog shit. There you go. It's a big pile of dog shit.
the audacity. Oh my god.
So with
These are the things.
I will say with the crafting thing about the mechs, that isn't actually from the mech script itself. That's specifically from Quasar inventory. So that doesn't really have to influence that. I mean, however, if you want a new mech script, find one, suggest it, and we'll put the poll up and see if we want people to swap to it, and we might use it. We'll see.
That being said, anything to do with crafting obviously is going to be different. So, Yay! Have I mentioned how excited I am for the amount of work this is going to be?
Speaking of the amount of work, right? I can segue
Why?
that if you want me
What
to.
do you want?
Yeah,
What do you
someone
want?
to look into
What do you
that.
want from me?
So I'm going to segue this into next kind of portion that we have here of obviously this is going to be a lot of work, right? We're essentially taking the entire server, we're gutting it down to bare bones foundation, we're recreating and reconfiguring things so that way we can make it to what it is going to be, which is going to be a more refined, polished product that we can go ahead and provide to you guys so you guys can enjoy it and everybody can enjoy it, right? That's a lot of work. So in saying this, we understand that we can't take all that on our own. So we have reached out to a few individuals and we have offered them positions within staff. We are expanding staff so that way you can start to handle some of the things for you guys. And the way that this would look mostly for you guys is that we're going to have dedicated people to help you guys with support tickets, triaging that and getting the attention of the people who need to have attention of whatever issue that you have. Tickets should be streamlined a lot easier that way. We're going to have more dedicated people to help split up some of the jobs that some of the other admins and the hosts and everybody and the devs are all kind of amalgamating into one giant mess on their plate that they have to take on. So we're splitting some of that stuff up. So we right now are looking for two very specific individuals to, positions, I should say, to add to the staff. We need a media manager and an event coordinator. And what this looks like essentially is a media manager is going to be somebody who's creative. They have an idea of how networking works, things like that. And they're going to be helping us with growing the server. And with the way that will work is responsible for creating and managing server related media. So videos, graphics, promotional content, putting montage videos together, clips, funny things, whatever, and figuring out where we can post those, right?
Is the lore team going to be with that too? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, it's media
staff. We are going to have lore is going to be a part of that. So helping us with what has happened in essentially all of Audacity 2.0, we'll call it, into what we're going to be rolling out, which is Audacity New Era, I think is the interesting phrase terms that we got, work in progress title. But you're going to help showcase.
Very much just a placeholder title.
I like it, but so essentially media manager is going to be assisting with the lore, what has all happened, documenting that, putting it into a nice, neat thing. So when new players come in, they have an understanding and they don't get thrown into just, hey, there's zombies and stuff falling from the sky and dogs are coming out of nowhere. This dude with the bald head and white, white shirt and a mop is coming up and cleaning everything up real quick. We're going to try to give them a sort of a story and give the server more of an actual functional story for that. So media is going to help with that, right? You're going to help with showcasing when events are, updates, highlights, things like that. And you'll work closely with leadership to maintain like a brand essentially for the server. So it's all cohesive. It all looks nice and polished. So having somebody to help take that off of some of the plates of some of the hosts are mainly the ones doing most of that right now, which is doing that plus all the other things that are going on is a lot. So next we have the event coordinators, people who are going to come in, design, plan, run the in-city events within the community, making them creative, engaging, fun, inclusive to everybody, collaborating with us to make unique role play opportunities for other individuals. If somebody wants to say, hey, I want to have this weird event, they can go to an event coordinator, and then that person's sole job is to focus on making sure that that person's experience is good and brought to the whole of everybody so that everyone can enjoy it. And I think that that is another good individual to have, especially on a staff team. So we're going to have applications open in Appy. It's going to be posted here. We'll link it in an announcement and everything. It's open to everybody to apply. If you feel like you have a knack for editing videos, graphics, or you have, some kind of skill set in that, or you were like, oh, I used to run my business's PR team or something. Like, we don't know what skill sets everybody has, but if you have a skill set and you would be willing to come help staff out and help the server out, help us grow, and with the new direction that things are going to be going, it's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be a crazy ride, and I think it's going to be hilarious, and I'm excited. But I will turn over to, I believe, Sick, if you wanted to kind of like pitch the idea that we're kind of going towards.
Yeah, I just had to run back from the kitchen.
Yeah, you're good. I can keep talking.
No, good. I like threw my fucking plate in the sink. So for a while now in the server, it's very amusing, and it's also super interesting whenever we get anyone new on the server and they kind of like experience the stuff that they're like, what the fuck, and everybody else is like, like that. I said it last night, that James Franco, whatever that meme, or like, oh, first time, like, in the news, whatever. I feel like for a while we've kind of like, I don't know, accepted or like was like, yeah, it's super clean, or animal outbreaks or metas or a normal thing. And like at this point, I feel like we should just sort of kind of like just lean into that and create opportunities.
We've embraced the chaos, yeah.
Yeah, just embrace the chaos and basically lean more into that supernatural thing, but also open it up so that it's not just staff. Yeah, that one. Yep, thank you. Yep, that one. It's not just us. We don't want we don't want to gatekeep things. We want to make it so that the whole meta storyline can open up, especially now that we had that the whole thing with the we already have it lore wise that the pills with like Haley and like everything, like it's basically possible for non-metas to have end up metas power. Basically, we're just gonna make it so that other people besides staff can end up metas as well. I have like a dream or a vision of like a fucking meta civil war, to be honest. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I've already voiced it. I do not see a vision of a meta dog. Meta dog is not in that vision. I would say that right now.
Super
but
come on.
I was thinking about ways of how this could basically evolve and be the new thing. So the way I envision it, or how I would like for it to go, is that there's a way, whatever the new big bad is happening, there's going to be an end of the world event, kind of, so to speak, we're going to kind of like push along some of the storylines that have been going on that'll lead to the server closing to give us the opportunity to start the rebuild, to start the whatever. That being said, with that happening, the way I see the server starting off when it comes back is the main city got taken back. Like, so the city still be the play space. So to also to anybody who's concerned, who isn't interested in the whole meta stuff and the supernatural stuff, the city stuff, the most of the day to day is still going to be normal. We're still going to have regular events. We're still going to do the regular GTA RP stuff. And still make it so that there's opportunities. If anybody does not want to participate in that stuff, that they just, once they see that something's happening, they don't have to participate. It's kind of like how I also gave the warning of right now what's happening of, hey, during our server restarts, there's whatever. If you don't want to participate, we want to give you an opportunity to not, whatever, to whoever. So if you are concerned with us going with this more supernatural meta type, whatever, we're not going to force it down. That's for the city limit for the most part is going to stay. There's going to be things that happen, but we're going to try to keep that it's still normal. We're still going to participate in whatever. But the way I envision it is that that is what's going to get taken back. But north of the border, I want that all to be zombies. That's the way I envisioned it. We just got to figure out how to do that. So that's going to be like one of those things like, well, you go up there for whatever reason, if there is some type of crime or something that takes you up there, like whatever, like it's going to be a new world where even the government, the police is going to have a new way of happening, or like a new way that they view metas. The mayor's office is going to have a way that they view metas. So it's just going to be like, this is sort of like the world that we live in. No, the zombies, the prison, I can say, is going to be a green zone. That's not.
I think we're still working out the whole zombie stuff, because there are complications with it, because there's certain things up there that we have to, like, that's up there, and kind of making the entire area zombies would screw over a lot of stuff. Yeah, but we're still workshopping that one.
There's going to be danger. If you go up north, for a fact that you should have in your mind, if you're going to transfer, if you're going to go up above the border, there is risk involved. What are you going to say, buddy?
So just to, because we can understand it from our side. So I'm a translator for the community. What that means is that with the script, like during the couple of outbreaks, you guys have seen that the hospital, there are no zombies spawned there for the most part. In the script, it allows you to create particular zones where zombies do not spawn, and every other place outside of that circle is where zombies can be. We can literally make it so that the entire city is a green zone. And then we can also, in the possibility of, like up in Sandy, there could be places that are considered like safe-ish. Like, so that way it's not, polyzone. So basically, we can make it so that, a good portion of it, you'll see zombies as you go, but we could make the prison a green zone. We could make certain places that we know people kind of have to go when it comes to certain scripts, can be safe zones. Just that as you travel to that safe space, there might be some danger. You know what I mean? So, wow. Anywho, so just to give you guys an idea, it's not going to be like as soon as you cross that, like, oh, it's no man's land, but it at least gives you guys an opportunity to, number one, go shoot up and have some fun. That just means you're not going to have to worry about cops coming up there.
For legal reasons, I feel the need to clarify she does not mean shoot up heroin.
Yeah, as the chief of police says, this is not an endorsement to do drugs.
No, it is
Sorry,
not.
kids.
But I just mean there's going to be things story-wise coming down the pipeline to give you guys a bit of free range to kind of, go cut loose anyone, go shoot some zombies, whatever. That maybe it's a government sanctioned job that you get basically a zombie hunting license and you can go up there and, take care of some business. But there's just gonna be ways that it's not just gonna be, exterminators. There we go. So just so that if you don't want to deal with that stuff, that's fine. And don't think that it's gonna be a permanent thing. We would like that, as we get the lore team in, that they can write a way, like, how do we clear up the north side of the map? Because we're going to want, the sheriff.
Yeah, that's how I envision.
Like that, as we get population up, we would like that in order for us to retake the island, we got to do something story-wise to clear up the north of zombies. So that way, so don't think of it as like, oh, it's going to be like this forever. That seems annoying. But it's more of like, as we go into a new era, we want the city to feel like it's a story that is progressing as a whole. And I can't use a zombie as a... You know what? If you can figure out how to tie them up and take them to a damn store, that...
Does that even count as a living? Imagine.
No, I don't.
LPD is like,
now,
do you have a living hostage?
If you try to use a zombie as a hostage, I will shoot the zombie.
Yeah, I was saying in the chat, you use a zombie as a hostage, brother, I'm gonna just dome your zombie, and I'll be like, now what?
Hey,
now what?
Don't even respect those zombie lives matter.
Nope.
Zombie lives matter.
You want to talk about the zombie lives matter? We were gonna do a meta human, like, there's gonna be people who are against metas, and there's gonna be people who are for metas. There's gonna be like potential, like, way to write story about this, and like the government is going to have to decide whether or not they're going to allow metas, or they're going to have to decide if they're against them. And this is all stuff that's going to be decided in RP, but like PD is going to have a way to deal with metas, and that is one of the things that has been kind of an issue, is like, well, when metas are around and about and they're doing stuff, like, PD just kind of like, well, what the hell do we fucking do? What are you going to do about it? Like, no. So there's going to be a way for PD to, like, actually go about and doing that. So, and then one of the ways we were going to try to potentially go about
that's
offering
RP to find out,
right?
RP to find out. RP to find out. RP to find out.
Yeah. Fair. Fair. Damn it. I'm excited. Sorry.
Yes. I don't want to give anything away because we have that base. We have that baseline from what we've seen. We want also the opportunity for you guys to shape where it goes.
Oh no. Poor Price, yo. I just hear In the Arms of an Angel start playing, watching that restream.
So yeah, so we're aiming for the end of the world event to happen Friday.
Well, yeah.
Sometime after this
we have to talk
COVID
about time frame. So we would like some of the last ends of. Basically, we don't want this to sit and linger. Like, we don't want you guys well, what the fuck am I supposed to do if I'm losing anything anyway? I don't, we don't want you guys to get stuck stewing in that, well, what am I gonna do now? And we definitely don't want to lose the momentum of you guys coming back and wanting to be invested in the city and having that interest. So we are trying to get this done as quickly as possible. We would like to get like the last remnants of, RP that's supposed to happen for what, Saturday? Like the big thing Saturday, right?
Friday.
The 12th.
Friday? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So we're trying to get it done for Friday, and by Saturday, the server starts getting worked on. Yeah. I mean, honestly,
Things is gonna lead up.
it's gonna.
I'm pretty sure in these next few days, things is gonna lead up. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try to have things like going on IC so it makes sense why your character is stocking up, so it's not just for some reason the gods have told me to buy ammunition and firearms.
Yeah.
Just something that makes sense IC too.
I mean, we could just start having a bunch of earthquakes.
There will be some.
And also
there will be
start-
signs.
This is also an opportunity for you guys to decide to start thinking, where do you guys think your character's mind is gonna be at in this new world, and start really thinking about, well, what does my character think of this? What will my character do as this stuff starts progressing and all this other stuff or whatever?
Yeah. This is a great way to catapult however you want your character to develop after this. Like maybe they maybe they suddenly start hating, anything metahuman related, or maybe they want to desperately become a metahuman and they're willing to do whatever it takes to reach that point because they don't want to be on the wrong side of, whatever side there might be. Maybe your character wants to become a supervillain. I feel like that would be a fantastic arc.
Hilarious.
Like that's just
So-
I want to be a fucking supervillain. I need to get a handle on this shit so I can kill zombies and do evil. I don't know.
Something I do want to clarify with everything like we've said, the whole inventory issue, we are doing a full wipe, so yes, that does include items, money, vehicles, and businesses. However, with the businesses, to try to help the economy come back, whoever owns a business currently, if you would like to keep it after the restart, make a ticket, please. You will get first dibs, and you will get it back. That's just something that's kind of important whenever it comes to economy and stuff like that. So again, if you own it now, say it in a ticket, say you want it back, you'll get first dibs, and if not, we'll see what we can have open till later day. However, something that we do need to state, when it comes to MLO specifically, a lot of issues we were having with putty or low frames or whatever was a lot of server bloat and stuff like that. But that really does come from like things like MLOs, like the bridge issue where you drive over the bridge and you crash. We had conflicting MLOs in that area, so I also want to help people know, keep in mind with the businesses coming back with the MLOs and whatnot, as long as there's not like a complication with that, we were perfectly fine bringing them in. But understand that that was also causing a lot of issues. Yeah, if you got to take it open, just use that.
Yeah, we'll be closing out the tickets here after the wipe so that we can move forward and have, when it's time, you guys to be able to open up new tickets and everything as well for when we're ready to have you guys claim stuff back and everything again as far as the businesses go. And I know it's, yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. I'm just trying to see if we've deviated too far off the list.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry if it sounds
I know it's
Overall-
trying, yeah.
at one time. It's just we want to be open with you guys so that you guys can tell us what your feedback is so that we have it, because you can't get feedback from you if you don't know all the stuff that's happening or what we're trying to do or what you got, but also incorporating things that you guys have a say about and all that kind of stuff. We just want to make sure that you're as informed as possible. It's a good thing that I'm recording this, so that if there's anything that you forgot that maybe we mentioned or something, you'll be able to go back and see and ask away for stuff like that. So the main takeaway here from this is like it's a good way for us to do the things that we did right with the city right, change the things that we don't like or are wrong, and to hopefully open up for more growth by making the city a bit more unique, while also, you know, clearing up a lot of bugs and stuff. Also, I think I ran out of thought. I ran out. It's coming back around, but I ran out.
Yeah, just
I have some congratulations.
yeah, let's do happy news.
Happy news.
Happy news. We got Brad is a junior dev. Yay! Round of applause. Brad is going to be helping us out with doing a lot of this stuff. He is here. Speech.
What?
He is here.
Wild.
Yeah, he's here. You can speak on your own behalf.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, well. I don't really have much to say other than, you know, I'm going to try to work my best to help stuff be better than what it is. Also, I had no idea coming back to staff that we were going to have to rebuild the server until the day after, but I'm here for it. I ain't giving up.
To be fair, we didn't know until the day after anyway.
No, I'm not blaming anybody. It's just, hey man, come on back, come help out. Okay, we're gonna have to break everything down and build it right back up.
I'm specifically blaming Helheim.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oof.
That's crazy.
Oh, I wasn't even the person that found out about it.
Right?
Leave her out of this.
I didn't do nothing.
Literally.
I just like to take objectionable stances. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're
Next.
also we're talking about we could talk about the new people we're bringing in, right?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to do that.
So Brad came back. Welcome back. Okay.
Brad came back. Welcome back, Brad. Woohoo!
Wow,
Awesome.
all right.
All right. Yeah, that's
Wow.
great. All right. Next, one of our community leaders. Now they are being labeled as junior support just because they're here to help support the community and everything like that. But now he has been determined that he's cool. We like him. We're going to give him some more stuff, and he wants to do that. So welcome to admins, Funk. He is now going to be assisting you guys in that capacity as an admin, helping you guys out with the in-city stuff and making sure our piece stays online. So that's cool.
Yeah,
Welcome
woo.
to this shit. I'm welcome to the team.
Wow.
Shit show is crazy.
I'm kidding. Sorry. But yes, congratulations to Funk. He's shown a lot of promise and capacity to handle some things, and he would like to help out. So he's an admin now. You'll be seeing him around. All right.
That's crazy.
Next, we have Tex. Tex is being moved up to junior support or community leader.
Just as he flipped off the community.
Exactly, just as he flipped off the community. This is your new community leader, guys. Woohoo! Right there.
Perfect. You know what? That's probably the right attitude to start with, I'll be honest.
Fair enough. So, yes, he's shown a lot of promise, and he's been working very hard to help out multiple different areas of the community, the server. He's always here. He's always active in the Discord and talks to everybody. So, yes, he is now going to be a community leader and or junior support, working title.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Other than
Hell
that, we
yeah,
also
brother.
have Max. Max is going to be assisting on the car team as a junior dev. He's going to be assisting with a lot of the handling files. I know he's been doing that work already, essentially with a little bit less of a toolbox. So we're going to be allowing him to come in and help out with some of the rework for the cars.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome.
Woo.
Last but not least.
Luna. Luna is now going to be a Discord bot. She's going to be helping you guys directly inside of your support tickets. Prior experience, from what I understand, a lot of endorsements from other individuals that she would do great in it. We gave her the opportunity, whether or not she wanted to, and she said that she would like to. So yes, welcome her to the staff team. Also, she will be assisting with everything that happens on the Discord side of things, and then helping triage some of those tickets to make sure that we can fast track and speed up our response to your guys' issues and handling this at a faster rate. But we have those applications will be up soon. I know that we are actively working on making sure that those things are completely ready. But applications for the media manager and event coordinator will be live very shortly. When they do go live, we'll make
Staff.
it is staff.
Umbrella.
Sorry, I'm just reading notes that I made from like 2 days ago. They're outdated, okay? I didn't update my notes. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
But yep.
Yeah.
So we're expanding staff to make sure that we can handle new workloads, spread things out, make it to where our response for you guys is a lot quicker and faster in general, and streamline the whole process and just making it easier for everybody to be able to enjoy the product that is the server, the idea and everything that is happening within the city. We want to make sure that everyone's having fun, and if there are issues, that we can handle them efficiently. So expanding staff was definitely necessary. That's all I got for that.
Onto timeline of expectations whenever it comes to what's going to happen, yada yada yada. Like we said, we're going to have that event, the end of the world, so to speak, on the 12th, sometime around the 7 EST storm, I want to say, sometime around then. Going to hopefully have things that build up to it, so more, I don't know, animal outbreaks, or maybe somebody will make an appearance and give their grandstanding speech or something in some kind of way, just to have, you know, I see reasons for you to stock up and stuff. After the event on the 12th, we're expecting 2 to 1 weeks for the server to open back up. That's just give us enough time to make sure we have everyone in staff who wants to be, and make sure they're doing the stuff they need to, make sure we have enough time to develop, put stuff together, rebuild stuff, because again, we are going ground up. We are completely leveling everything more or less, keeping the stuff we like, making sure we get your guys' opinions on either new stuff or stuff we currently have, and then, again, bring it back up. So I will say, starting off, the server is going to be more basic than what we currently are, but again, that's going to help with a lot of bloat, a lot of the putty issues, and a lot of the issues we've had people running into with, you know, crashing unexpectedly, even with good PCs or good Wi-Fi or whatever like that. We're going to be knocking down a lot more more basic, you know, we're basically going down to the studs initially and then building back up to, but we're still going to be basic by comparison. But again, it's going to help a lot with optimization, because that's something we want to strive for, to make sure we're not running into any issues that are causing excess crashes or scripts messing up that kind of kill the vibe or slow the roll or anything like that. And all that across the board. Did we talk about economy stuff?
No.
Okay.
We all know
anybody
you
else?
think houses are too expensive. I think so too. So.
Okay, to be fair, he did pay.
Did I mention that?
He did pay $3 million for the last 2 houses, but also he could whatever. Kyle, I mean, anywho, so
Bigger prices.
Inflation is real on the server. Okay.
Inflation.
That's a problem.
Yes. So with the thing about doing a full wipe, it does suck, but again, it does give us the opportunity to rebuild, come back to it stronger, and get rid of the things that we don't like the economy, for instance. The money wise, it's really weird, because you could I mean, like $10,000. I don't know about you guys, but it really didn't seem like a lot of money, and I feel like that just kind of makes it feel weird. So we want it to be more realistic, not in the sense that it's difficult to get money, but it makes sense for prices. Like $20 for a sandwich at a gas station is kind of ridiculous, or like a water bottle, something like that. Just something that makes more sense, but still works scale-wise. So it's not, stupid prices, and then you're walking around with $80 billion for no reason or something like that. That, and also it will give us a chance to work on crim prices for crimes. Ooh, I said the word. So payouts are really encouraged and really encourage you to, hit banks, hit stores, do boosting depending on what Chris we keep and
Get
what we change to.
get meta pills.
That too, because that's also going to be something that's something. It's such something to help you out in a fight or whatever like that. But with that again, with the economy wipe, it does have the advantage of making our economy makes more sense. Crime payouts are better whenever compared to charges and stuff like that. And overall, just better because realistically, with people we've had that have characters while that do like mining or something like that, you've already got the money. You don't need to go do crime unless you want to do crime. And money is a good motivator when it comes to story purposes, or just even you want to see the number go up, and you want to, I got $8,000, I got $800,000 from robbing this one bank. But it's a good motivator. So again, we're going to be working on stuff like that whenever it comes to economy, so it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Also, so piggyback to the crime thing. Since making Damien, I realized that fucking bringing a freelancer sucks. So this also takes an opportunity to help with that aspect of it. Because I was noticing a bunch of holes that needed to be addressed and whatever. So that's one thing that can be streamlined a hell of a lot better in this new era.
Yeah, basically being like, it's been a while since most people have created a new character, and going through it again recently, like, being a new character sucks. Like, typically if you're not here with somebody or have someone who can like show you where most of the shit is, it's kind of tough. So I would definitely be open to getting some feedback from you guys. Like, if you first started a character, where would probably be some of the like ways to make it so that when you wake up as your character, where can you go simply somewhere to either get a car or to get something that you need, these types of things that make it easier for, as you create a new character, to get around, get somewhere, and get started living in the city, basically. So things like that we definitely want to do better and streamline, as well as if you come into the city brand new and your immediate thing is I want to do crime, making that streamlined too, so that you have an easier avenue to get started if that's what you want to do. So whether it's civilian, crime lord, uwu champion, I don't know. All of these things are a lot easier to
What the hell is a uwu champion?
I don't know, I just made it up.
So
no. Let's go back to that. I'm joking.
Something I want to say really quick when it comes to the wipe that we're doing. This is specifically for items, vehicles, everything like that. You do not have to wipe your character's mind. This is not like a story reset. This is a continuation. It's just a big event. That's the end of the world event. It's just to explain why we lost everything. So anybody that you have currently, obviously you can bring over, and that story, their characters, their experiences, that is still good. This is just a way to explain why we lost everything.
That's a good take, Mia. That's my no, fuck. I was fucking confused. That one.
Oh, one thing I don't think we brushed on that's kind of important. The businesses. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, I did.
That first dibs.
Perfect.
Rule, that's actually something I was going to try to work with, just to have it to where it's not, you have to know somebody to know stuff. So again, it's better for freelancers to get into stuff, so it's not just, if you don't know someone in a gang, you have no idea how to do anything. So actually, about the numbers for the character creation script, we are looking possibly at getting a different one. We're shopping around right now for different scripts and stuff like that, and that's a different one we're looking at right now. So the current numbers because we have Tejan Clothing, which is also the character creator. we might not keep that script. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to discuss it, and we're going to let people know before it happens, but I'd say the best thing to do is honestly just get a screenshot of your character's face and try to recreate as best you can. You're trying to recreate that character.
There's a good opportunity, unfortunately, that if we shift away from Tijin clothing, that we won't have access to the same amount of faces because we might not have whatever we're switching to might not be compatible with with that, what you call it. Because that's something, those faces are literally something we're paying for, like as a subscription.
Right, I keep forgetting about that. Is there anything else that's pressing right now, or can we just open this up to Q&A?
I guess before anything, I just wanted to, again, I think everyone else up here has basically said it, that it seems like it sucks that we have to wipe right now, and it seems like we're taking away. We're trying to make sure with everything that we can, with what the stuff that we add, the stuff that we fix, and the things that you guys want, that you guys are psyched about this new era, which is also again why I want an opportunity for new metas to be created, not just like admin powers. We want y'all to understand that we want to give you back more than what you may be losing now. And at the end of the day, we as a server and developers and hosts and whatever and all that, whatever, we're literally just putting together a puzzle of a mod. Because 5M is just a mod of a game. So like things, like I've said it before, we're not EA, things that happen. And we're just going to try to do the best possible to make this like the best era of Audacity that there can be.
EA was the worst comparison you could have made. They
I
break
think
stuff
like an actual,
routinely.
We're not Dice LA. We're not
Better comparison.
Sledgehammer Games. We're not, those people who we know made really good games. We're definitely, well, if anything, I say we could be more comparative to Activision.
No.
We make a product, things break, and we try to fix it. That's just how the nature of the
Ubisoft.
Yeah, but we don't decide to do
God damn it.
loot boxes and whatnot.
Yeah, no, there will not be a pay-to-win skin or anything like that. Nope. No battle pass. Sorry, Fortnite's out of here.
Yeah, I guess we can open up to Q&A.
No, I don't know. I mean,
If I see Rick Sanchez running around, I'm gonna shoot him.
I will blow up a banana.
if you give me enough money, I'll give you whatever you want. Straight up.
Let's touch on some real quick and everything. On top of everything of why we're wiping and everything or whatever, because I know a few are upset about it and stuff. It's more than just a lot of different things, and there's a legal parameter and everything, and people can lose their accounts with thousands and thousands and thousands of assets, thousands of dollars that have been put into here as well. So so if something like 6 to 8 other servers have already had to do this wipe, it's not something that we wanted to have to do and stuff like that. And I just need people to also understand that it's not just because of all this other stuff. Sika loses his account with thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff and everything. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't got all that money to get back to him. And we could even lose Audacity, and he could lose his account and everything else. And I'm sure we don't want Audacity to go away or sick to all that time that he is, you know what I mean? All of us. And everything. I know it's not just about the money and everything else, of course, but like, you know what I mean?
Thousands of dollars.
Like, and it's like I promise you, I looked into this before it was even brought up, and that was like primary thing.
Yeah, it's basically we're taking a situation that we have no control over, and we're trying to make the best decision with it that will help the city overall, rather than just staying forward. Because by all means, we could literally just keep everything as is, and just as things slowly break, it's just there's not going to be anybody who's going to fix it. You know, like I don't see.
It's just not really think we could fix. Yeah.
Yeah, just to be like, no, we don't have support with them anymore, and why would we spend money on something if we're not going to go forward? You know what I mean?
Jesus.
I need this a lot.
But
Just watch the VOD.
The worst time to come in.
But overall, it's just a lot easier to just do it this way. You guys get more feedback going forward. We have a easier or a much better streamlined process from staff to community to city. You know, because we're preparing to grow. That's the thing. We're not preparing for a shutdown. We're not preparing to just be like, oh well, we rebuild it, and you know, hopefully you guys will come back in a month, or you know, like we're willing to put the passion behind it to get it up and running as quickly as we can, but also in the best way that we can, so that when you guys come in, and yeah, you're not gonna have all the same stuff, but is it gonna be easier for you to just get right back to doing what you were doing, and also to just be better overall? It's kind of like getting a brand new car, you know, or a car that you had before, but you're getting it refurbished, you know? and you get that new car smell, and you could say, I had a hand in the fact that this is a lot easier to do than it was before. You guys can have that satisfaction of, I put my suggestion in and I told them that this sucked, and now we have a new phone, or now we have this and that's better, and you know, things like that. So now's also an opportunity for you guys to get your say, and we just go forward.
Yeah. So please apply for the positions that we're going to put up too, because everything starts there. Everyone has to start there. You never know where you can grow to and everything else and stuff like that. And during this rebuild and everything, we are putting more of the community in your guys' hands rather than just us all making all the decisions and everything. Obviously, we got the bigger decision, but at the end of the day, we want you guys more involved in everything. So please make sure that when it's time to do the application and everything else, that you guys go for it and stuff like that. We can't wait to see what people do. Yeah.
We don't want it to be a us versus you guys, because
no,
we don't mean anything if you're not here. And if you're here but we're not here, then who helps you? You know what I mean? So it's a community thing. You know, yeah, we're the ones who are in charge because we have to take care of all the stuff, but like, it doesn't mean anything if there's no one here to enjoy it. You know?
Yeah.
So.
God damn it.
Wait,
oh my god. Okay.
He ain't right. Somebody make your boy right.
So
Somebody
if you guys
can
have
clean
any
him up.
questions or concerns, or maybe you guys want to take time to digest everything. Like I said, I'm going to be posting up the video, and you guys can go back, listen to it, write down shit. There's going to be polls here soon, so if you guys want to put your feedback in there, and if it's just more of you guys go, you know, talk things out amongst each other, whatever it is.
They're going to have another meeting to keep you guys informed about stuff too.
Yeah, keep you guys let you guys know where we are time-wise, and yeah. Shrimp chick.
The wild thing about that is that it actually made me straighten my back.
I vowed Charleston though, in text and areas that I would try to find y'all boots, like more cowboy stuff. Yeehaw.
Mm-hmm. What's happening?
Okay. All right.
I don't. What?
I don't know. They're having a fight in chat with shrimps.
More boots and more hats. More yeehaws. Okay. Okay. What's happening? Are there any
Really don't want to find a horse.
Come up and say anything. You guys are all pure chaos, to be perfectly fair.
Do we want to do the hands up thingy?
Yeah, we can.
turned off because I can't see that setting.
I don't know either. Oh, okay.
It'll be in the top right, I think. There we go.
No, it still works.
What up?
Okay.
What's going on? So, just from my base understanding here, because QS inventory touches 85% of everything in the servers basically just going to get wiped because if we're putting in the effort to rewrite 85%, we might as well rewrite 100%. I actually like this idea because it gives we already have the bare bones of what we want it to be. Now it's kind of like what Six said, you're just putting together a puzzle as to how you want it to progress from here. I think this gives us a lot of opportunity to kind of flush out our characters a little bit, as well as make everything just that much more streamlined. Basically, everything you guys were saying it just makes a lot of sense, and I just wanted to come up and let you guys know, like, I agree with it, and not to be too worried about, anybody freaking out or anything like that. From what I can see, the majority of us are all on board. We agree that it's just going to be a nice fresh slate to start from to make Audacity greater than it already was.
Appreciate that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Any questions though?
No, I just want to say you guys are doing great, and I love y'all.
Appreciated. Even though I just got here again. Haven't even done anything yet.
Hey,
Take my love, motherfucker.
I reject it.
Get him out of here.
What?
Get him out of here. It's crazy.
I am telling mom.
Okay. There we go.
Yay! I don't have any questions. I just want to be included with all the big people.
Oh my god.
Okay. How about this? Anybody have a legitimate concern, question, or anything they want to bring up? All right. So yes, Harley. Thank you. I will be announcing the location once they are in. They should be in.
Socks can stay.
Line. Sin.
What?
Line. When is it going to be available?
The what? What? The application?
applications. Yeah.
In like a minute or two. In a few.
I'll start a timer. Gotcha.
Shut up. No, Mom doesn't love you.
She loves me.
Wild.
Sometimes.
Mom. Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. It's fine. She doesn't have to let me
Now that we all gather here, memories is fired. Anyway, I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
I heard there's a job opening.
Yes.
Right, you
My
get
job.
out of
You're
here.
promoted, buddy. You're promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Don't manage me back to them. They'll stone me.
We'll be having a crim team and everything else. It would be awesome. Oh yeah, Holly.
Sorry, Charleston, you're getting booted down.
Sorry, Charleston. I just wanted to say thank you guys for having us and talking us through all of this. But I did have something I wanted to raise to the community. It's actually something I have been thinking about raising in the suggestions for about a week. And after everything that you guys are dealing with, I'm sure it's not something you're ready to make a decision on yet, but I think it's important to bring it to the community as a whole and have them weigh in. But it also kind of touches on a lot of the things that you guys are going to be looking at, such as the economy and stuff like that. I feel that it's probably necessary to remove crimes that do not require a police presence from the server. I think it's undermining the core gameplay loop of the server and reducing meaningful roleplay, and was essentially creating a stale and disconnected server experience during off-peak hours. And I just kind of want to open that up to the community.
Wait, we want to get rid of crime with no risk is what you're saying.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah, I think it's unnecessary and it's detrimental to our role players and to the economy and to the server as a whole to have crime with no risk.
I will say we did talk about this because I actually brought this up because you were talking to me about it. We talked about this yesterday, and I see the advantage of doing that because again, it does make it feel like what's the point? Because where's the fun without the risk? Because especially if you get to the point where you do it over and over and over and over and over and over again, it's just boring. Hell, I even experienced that whenever I made my Crim character, which wild that I actually did that, but still. But I will say the reason we did it, just so everyone is clear, because we did have low cop pop, and that does happen where we don't have enough officers to actually encourage crime, and so that is the reason why it happened. I agree that it would be the best way to do it, where there's actual risk, and I want to strive for that. But again, as long as we're healthy with cop pop, 100% we could do it. And I'm not saying this to discourage the conversation or anything like that, because I agree. I want that to be the thing, because that's again a lot more fun. In my opinion.
To say there are certain things like that, like the whatever that anything that has like a high payout. Like even before I was saying this, like breaking the test, that when we were selling drugs and stuff like that, I was like nothing. Even to try to be the middle ground, I was like I don't feel like anything above weed should be able to be sellable without the cop presence. And there is stuff to do because either way, offline, well, you got to be creating the drugs that you want to sell, right? Be it, and on top of that, there is way to do crime without it. Like, how do I say it? If you're, for example, yeah, you can't sell weed when cops aren't around, but during that time, you can literally just be growing, getting all that stuff dropped, and you can also have like stockpile that you can sell to other players. Like it doesn't have to be, you know what I mean? And that creates RP scenario. That's creating a sell that doesn't involve the cops. Like, yo, you trying to buy this, blah blah blah, and then just there's stuff like that you can do with the whatever. But at the end of the day, the PD, we have to make it so that the PD is healthy, so that offline stuff doesn't whatever. But 100% agree with what North is saying.
And I think we have seen a massive growth in the PD population and activity until it got to the point where the quote unquote criminals in the server were choosing to not do crime while cops were around.
I agree. I think that was because
that's kind of the counterpoint to what you just said, Brad, which is something we've discussed about and you brought up yourself, is you guys are bored as fuck. Excuse my language, don't need to be cursing in the community meeting. You guys are bored as hell waiting around for something to happen. So then you guys don't want to come in or be online.
That does happen. Especially whenever nothing's really going on, but you know, ebb and flow with pop, yada yada yada. I will commend with Memories here for busting his entire ass to work to get PD in a good spot. Now, granted, that's not all him. That's the actual PD people coming in to actually be on shift and do stuff like that. But he has specifically busted his ass to make it a good setting for PD, to restructure everything, to make it interesting, to have reasons to have to come around other than just do crime, like training events and stuff like that, or give people positions so they can actually run stuff that they want to also help encourage that. But he can only do so much, and PD as a whole can only do so much if we don't have a reason for them to do stuff. So again, removing it to where you can't do crimes with no cops on would encourage that. But again, we just need to make sure PD is in a good place. So that's why I think where Sickaton was saying to our high tier stuff that requires, like, if selling weed and something like that, yeah, maybe you can do that offline because it's lower stuff. It's not as bad. Hell, I don't even think it's a felony up to a certain point. But stuff like meth or store robberies and stuff like that, to really encourage people to come back with PD stuff. So there's that ebb and flow, so there's the actual risk there.
Right. And I think, as you know, from a perspective of somebody who brought back their criminal character recently for storyline and to try and help the cops be online more, to give the cops more RP, it's hard to want to come in to be a criminal when I'm coming in to have that interaction with the cops, but I don't see cops anywhere. So
I agree.
I think Mem and everybody else
Right
involved
now.
in the department have been doing an amazing job in getting it to where it was. And I just hate to see what I've been seeing in the past week or so where they've stopped coming around again.
I agree. We're just in that
Because they're bored.
situation where it's coming down.
We had a moment and I can kind of give a timeline of things that kind of happened. I had looked at my roster. I had actively like 15 to 17 cops active, like at any different point in time during the day. They would not always all at once. I think there was the end of July, beginning of August. And we kind of had a meeting with PD. We decided that we wanted to start trying to open up and kind of dispersing the cops and the influence that we have, since we had so many cops on at just that moment. So instead of there being like 10 cops all sitting around inside of PD at RHPD, we were going to be looking into opening up Blaine County. But after that, we would just have a lot of times where we had seven cops on and nothing happened at all. And then hours and hours and hours just sitting there doing nothing. And then, we would even go to businesses and we go mess around with the businesses, just be like, hey, we're bored, right? And essentially it gets to a point to where PD, even though it can be healthy, even though it can be this or that, or it can be structured well or whatever, it requires Crim input to keep PD alive, and it requires PD input to keep Crims alive. It is a cyclical thing. It is a symbiotic relationship where the amount of effort that we put in has to be also the amount of effort that's being put in by the Crims, so then both sides flourish because of the RP and the interaction. And I don't want people to be afraid of, well, I'm going to get caught with all these drugs. I'm going to get caught with all this stuff. Oh, I can't do a store robbery because of this. I can't do this because of that. There are ways to RP around a lot of things. And with your guys' Crim characters you guys were on, it took PD, even though we were actively there and investigating and looking into you guys, like an hour and a half to 2 hours for over 2 to 3 days to even get charges to stick on you guys because of how smart you RP'd it. It makes it very difficult for cops to do things, but it's RP, and that is the name of the game, and that is what we're looking for. So when people are selling drugs, typically they get on a motorcycle, they mask up, they become super conspicuous, and it's just like, oh, I wonder who's selling drugs, right? The guy who's running away on a motorcycle right now probably is the guy who I want to go after. And then it always ends up inside of a chase and then a shootout and then whatever, right? And it was very linear. It was very stale, right? Now, the way that you guys were doing it was you would hand it off in plain clothes and just walk around selling like normal, like nothing was happening. And then when we come question you, you had a very viable reason for walking around and doing things that you were doing. And it made it really hard for us to go about doing things, which is good. It created more RP and opportunity.
Yeah, so to pick on that, I'm going to say this. I feel like anyone, and it's also specifically, I think if anybody who watched the stream too when I was even on Damien, it's also why we stuck to the parameter of sticking around the same area, because anybody could have just south north, run all the way south, whatever. I'm not saying that you need to do that. We did that because we wanted to chase, we wanted whatever. But I feel like anybody who does crime or wants to do, anybody who does crime and wants to be in that side of the thing should want to have those type of things, that cat and mouse, because otherwise then it's just going to be boring for everyone involved. And I think before, when there was like fines up the ass, now on hindsight, now I think about it, I think before there was, especially with PD, a very anti-criminal kind of like vibe, like finding crims to the ground and all that, whatever. With the rebalance of the economy and all that stuff, we want it to be a penalty, especially for some of like the whatever. We want there to be a penalty, but we need to make it's true. We don't want someone to be like, I don't want to do this crime because I'm gonna be fucking fined and it's gonna take me forever to be whatever. Which is why the chaos program was brought up to begin with for a while, to do whatever. But it shouldn't be the chaos character was good for some of the outrageous and outlandish scenarios, like if someone has an idea, but it shouldn't be that you have to be on your chaos character to put anything on the line. If you want to be a crim, you should want to RP that life and want to do the things to make things interesting. Have that fucking you can't catch me fucking memories, blah blah blah. Like, you know, oh, you got me. Like when they finally bagged me, I was like, yo, that was well deserved. That was good. Like they got me. I could not talk myself out of it. Blah 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 blah. So like that should be the stuff that you're striving for, not just doing stuff to fucking get the money to go up. Because look, I'll tell you that right now. Anybody who's RPing on the server right now for the sake of just money. Look, all it takes is some shit to go south, and we have to wipe the server for that shit to be gone. But what sticks with us? The stories, the experiences, the moments that we have that give you that moment like, yo, that was a good fucking scene. Whether your character took the loss, whether your character took the win. That should be what you're striving for. Because all this is a virtual world. Yeah.
Stuff comes and goes. It really does. Like look how sometimes easy it is to just lose something out of your trunk or whatever. Like the digital stuff that can easily be replaced. We can type that in, bloop it to you, and okay, here you go. But the RP experience is what we really want you guys. We don't want you to ever feel like you can't do something because of some sort of limitation. The whole thing that we have always tried to strive for, or at least what we want to strive for more, is creativity, openness.
I'm just gonna kill you, Jesse.
And just letting you guys have your fun. Like have fun. You know,
nothing is funnier than seeing Smokey hiding in a bush. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Right.
Smokey's funny as shit. I just want to see all the departments like be active and stuff like that. It'd be nice to see like crims do this, and then you have the cops do this, and then all of a sudden, instead of like them people just being healed automatically or whatever the case is, like you have to sit there and there's a consequence. A couple months ago and everything, before we moved a lot of different things around, you had to sit there and it actually like Emma kept you and everything. Monday kept you. Like, no, you're not going anywhere. Poly 2 and stuff. I want to see all the departments and everything moving around again. And even with after they open this, then the bars will be open, the food places will be open, and everything else. I think in general and everything, like, would just love to see everybody like come back. And I also agreed with the whole medical thing, which I brought up because I don't feel like if you get shot down by somebody and everything else, you should not just be able to get up a couple minutes later and everything else, and everything. So I did mention something about after you get healed or something like that, you're gonna have a cast or a crutch or something a part of it, if that's something. So you can't just jump on and automatically be like, okay, well, you know what I mean?
Because medical RP, that's something that some people do, some people don't strive for, whatever. Having it to be like a system to where you kind of have to abide by it, not in the sense that it's slowing you down, but it helps. Maybe not course correction so much, but like giving you a reason that you automatically don't have to do it yourself for RP. So like a cache, something like that is a perfect way to do that.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, like Average said, break a bonus down.
That will kind of work. Like, well, hopefully, my fingers are crossed. My fingers are crossed that if anyone's ever played Red M and you know how you can give yourself a status, I think we may have found a script that gives you a status in 5M. So I would be super happy.
But not that everybody gets.
Why not?
No. Remember, not the fucking one previous episode. Everybody was relaxed.
Oh, well,
with fucking Tom and Emma. You remember that?
Yeah.
Not that. God, no.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. One that actually works.
Relaxed.
That doesn't mean everybody needs to go into freaking comas every couple of days because you need a break or anything either. I remember I was at the hospital a lot, and I was walking too slow. Then Dom had to pick me up. Said, "Come on, girl, we gotta go. We gotta go."
Like, comas, okay.
Yeah, like. I want to get back to different stuff and everything, and I want to see all the like medical people, and I want to see the PD, and I want to see the cramps, and I want to see the sieves, and it's nice, refreshing to see like the whole dog RPs happening and stuff like that and whatnot. So as a whole, there's a lot of places and a lot of things that everyone can get better at and everything else. So
I think somebody had their hand up for a second there.
oh yeah, it was Bradley.
Yeah, kick me down to the rest of them, please. I'd like
No,
to
you
leave
stay.
the stage.
We thank
No,
you for
no, you're
coming up,
staying.
though. And definitely.
Thank you for hearing me out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I have a multi-point thing that I had typed out ready to put in the suggestions, but I'll let you guys handle it from here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he said, gotcha.
The Bush's comments has made everyone in my Reddit family fucking flinch.
Okay. Any more questions we got?
Be right back. Love you all. We're Audacity's gonna come back stronger, and you guys are great. Let's just fucking make stories and have a good time.
Mm-hmm. See you, man.
I'm not sure if I just can't see the hands. Nobody's got their hands raised. But is that it? We good?
Unless somebody.
Yeah, if you guys want real quick just to react to that thing that just popped in there. Just like a quick like community pulse check on that, because I'm heavily agreeing that if you get fucking shot and then you're just immediately out there running and doing the exact same shit over and over and over again, like that's fail RP. Like you should reasonably be like, yeah, dude, I just got shot in the fucking chest. I'm not going to go out and start running a marathon. You know,
Or hell,
I'm not going to go jump myself out.
Ow, I'm hurt. Oof. Or like, act some way.
And like,
that
just
responsive to your
like,
character.
oh, dude, no, my arm's fucking sore. I just got hit by a truck. I don't want to. I don't want to go do that right now. Or it doesn't have to be like it's forcing you to limit your character necessarily, but you should definitely have repercussions for getting injured in some sense instead of just, oh, I got to pay $3,000. Oh, darn.
Or Emma will get you because
100%.
Emma will get you. That's what. And Cass is always like, why you always look beat up? I don't want people to think I'm messing you up, man. It's just how what happened. It's just what happened.
Oh, we got
Neo.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a point I could maybe bring up is maybe revising the city rulebook a little bit to make it a bit more accessible and easier for people to read, because I know that it can be kind of daunting. Oh, are you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make sure. And then maybe
That's
make
done.
some kind of guideline. I know we have one in the city because I opened it by accident, and it didn't really
We need to do better with
help
it, though.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fine.
It really
Yeah.
didn't help much.
Yeah.
And that was
It doesn't
like the
help
guidebook. I feel like
90% of the
could be-
pictures.
I feel like the guidebook could be like a better way to help guide people in the terms of like, oh, you're a new criminal, but you don't want to have to go down the avenue of talking to every single person to get bits and pieces of a thing.
Mhm.
Right.
But yeah, I just feel like the rule book, it's very daunting to go through. It has a lot, and it can be quite confusing. That's the only thing I had about it.
Fair enough. I mean,
But if you guys are looking into it, it's good.
yeah, there are also some other, I guess, rules that probably should be re-looked at. Maybe there's things that have changed.
Mhm.
That we can definitely look into and do better with. But yeah, absolutely, 100%. You're right.
Because I know one day I was looking for something, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed trying to read this.
Gotta hit that control F, my friend, but yeah, we're changing it up.
No, I even did, and I was still struggling to find what I was looking for.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Can't he just pull himself up here? Why has he got his hand up?
You have permission.
He wants to be invited. I don't know.
I did want to be invited. There's a script for specifically hinting to new criminals on where to find this and that, where to get started with this and that, or hints on different things.
That's really funny that you actually brought that up, because I was actually about to say that this one here took time to actually make that script himself, and
This
I'm
one
going
being
to
covered.
try to This one being Trouble, the one who just came up here after he confided the weirdo. But this one here, he himself made that script, and I'm going to look to try to implement that more. So it's, the exploration is rewarded by actually showing you how to do stuff. So it's not you have to wait on somebody to show you. Exactly. So it's not just. It's not just wait on somebody who's a part of a game to tell you how to do stuff or give you stuff, because that worked for a bit, but that really screwed over our freelancers or people who are new, who don't know anybody. So again, having it to where we can have it explained, or you come across it in city, yada 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 yada, it's just more digestible. So that is something that I want to work towards and or utilize, because it's a good script.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I had though.
Okay.
Just the rulebook and like maybe the better accessible stuff, which you guys already said. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, awesome. I'm glad we're at least working on something that you brought up, because it's definitely going to help us going forward. Okay.
It might be newer people, like people that are newer to RP that don't know to go check the rulebook type stuff about exactly what they're looking for. Because I've definitely brought friends that were like brand new to 5M, and I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a daunting task, but you need to go read this, and they're like, oh boy.
I mean, to be fair, rulebooks are always like, we can definitely try to make it look better and more digestible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easier to work with.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new version that we have, it's in like finalization part right now, essentially just going through with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that we update the things that are updated and everything, but we have it in a much more digestible fashion.
Cool. Sweet.
Now, unfortunately, the PD side of things it's not that easy. It's still going to be a fuckload of documents, guys. I'm sorry. There's SOPs when it comes to it. You gotta, unfortunately, if you want it to be
PD just have a lot of situations that need to be covered.
Has a lot of different things that need to be. Yeah, exactly. And like PD, I just want to like put this out to the people, like in the crims, right? PD's mentality is not to fuck you over, right? Sorry to curse on the live, whatever, but at the same time, I can't tell you how many times I've found some really bad stuff in somebody's trunk and just be like, oh, well, Hanover just forgot to check that one, or I feel like I gave we went for a chase and the chase ended way too early, or something got scuffed, so I don't Mirandize somebody. And like they pick it up and then they're like, hey, I wasn't Mirandized. And then it's like, oh darn, I can't use that. And it's like it's not a win mentality with PD. It's not. And if you feel like it is, bring it up to me, because that is something that I have been telling officers in training. Like, we're not here to win. We're not here to jail everybody. We're not here to, just make sure that we're on top of the food chain, or no, that is not what PD is about. That is not what we're here for. We're here to help facilitate RP within the server. And my aspect of what PD is that you are, as an officer, supposed to be a very well-rounded RPer, because you're being called basically at whim to somebody else's scene to help them make something happen of that scene. And they aren't going to tell you what that is, but you have to try to read into the situation to figure out what it is that they want to tell with their story and try to help them tell that, but also by putting in some of your points. And it's all improv. So as a police officer, you have to be one of the most well-rounded RPers out there, because you're going to be responding to situations in an instant that you might not have prepared any kind of idea of how your character would react to it. You have to figure out exactly how you're going to go about it. So, like in PD, we have some really stickler-ass cops, right? Some people who we know are just very much like, I'm going to throw the book at you, but we do tell them, like, there's something called lawful but awful, right? Don't just throw the book at people, right? But then we also have cops that, like, they'll catch you going 130, and then they'll just be like, man, just slow it down. Like, it evens out somewhere in the middle, right? So if you give us a good scene, you give us good RP, we will in turn give you good RP. If you give us shit RP and you give us a crap scene and all you want is the win and you're not willing to RP our side of the RP, which is us essentially, yes, I agree with that. We will make that happen. I'm sorry, I just read that. I'm like, yes, we'll make that happen. But as PD, idea, right? Though. Part of our RP that we get to do is processing you, booking you, questioning you, things like that.
But when it
yes,
comes to
fun
that,
part.
people don't want to fucking deal with it. They're like, I just want to get back out. Can I get more fine instead of more time? Can I do this? Can I do that? No, this is part of the process. This is part of the system, right? Is that when you're got, now you have to RP being got, unfortunately. And that's just the name of the game, right? It's the cat and mouse that we play. And when we lose you and we can't go after you or things like that, like, yeah, we take that L. There's a lot of times where it's like, dang, that would have been really fun to catch you, but we'll get you next time, right? It's not about the win, and it's not about the win on either side, and it shouldn't be, right? It's about the story. It's about making the RP happen. We are a story-driven server, so we tell stories. Part of their story is getting caught when you have a shitload of drugs in your pocket, and you're like, oh man, I brought out the wrong bag today. And you now have 200 things of crack on you, and you're now having to talk about, whoa, why you have 200 bags of crack on you?
It's for me grandma's arthritis.
I gotta say, one of the
Just stocking up.
hysterical RPs that I have had was when I caught Joker with 230 bags of crack on him. He lawyered up immediately, and Law was trying to tell Hanover that it was personal use amounts of crack, and he wanted all of those charges dropped. Like, as ridiculous as it sounds, it was absolutely hilarious and one of the most memorable RPs I've had today. So
Fucking personally.
Well, that's another thing is that I think Crims need to remember that if they think they can build a good enough case against the PD, don't forget we have like judicial system.
Right.
Yeah, there's a
I just
judicial
got
system.
sued 3
People need to
times.
use that more.
Right.
I just got sued 3 times,
And
damn
there's
it.
another lawyer in the city now, so like, hey, lawyer up, y'all, get it.
Hanover
Shadow might not do the best, but he'll try.
Not
Bro,
the
PD was taking
Bunions.
hits, bro.
Crack for your bunions is crazy. But yeah, no, like, honestly, that's part of the story. That's part of the RP is getting caught. And it's not just, oh, I want to make the biggest bang for my buck. And I know if Crims are on that grind, right? You guys are constantly out there making your drugs, making your money, trying to do things, put things together to do a big operation or whatever, right? Now, part of that is we also are preparing on our side at the same time as you guys are. It's the cat and mouse. So it's really, it has to be both ways. Like, we can't just, everyone can't have a win mentality. And if it's a situation where it's like, man, you forgot to put on your seatbelt and we got in a high speed chase and you immediately like get ejected from your car, I'm likely going to throw you a bone somewhere. Like, I'm not going to just be like, cool, easy win. No, that's not fun. That's not fun for me. So I forget to Mirandize, quotation marks, or oops, I could have charged you with that and I didn't. Oh man, like, little mistakes, quotation marks, that Hanover makes in the moment. So it's not all win.
Because, I mean, honestly, the way that I've been... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, was the warrant that you forgot to sign one of the papers on, was that on purpose?
No, that one was just because honestly, I didn't know what the word meant at first, and I was a brand. All right, so just to let y'all know, like, when that happened, I had been a cop for 3 months and then thrusted into command, and I was like, oh dude, I've never done this before. What even is this? I was learning. And I set it up and I thought, oh, okay, he'll catch any mistakes. And he's like, yeah, no, it's great. And I was like, oh, perfect. It's great then. And then it was not. Unfortunately, it was not. So, yeah, no, I learned from my mistake there. But, caveat, I was very new. Give me a break.
Absolutely not. Rake him across the coals.
Man, I get raked across the coals so many freaking times. Come on.
You should be used to the heat by now.
I've been
Everyone
used to the
makes
heat. Here I
mistakes.
am.
Okay. All right, any more questions we got? Because we are coming up into, what is it, like hour and a half?
Oh, yeah.
Not from me.
Yeah.
I will step off the stage.
Here you go.
Well, thanks for coming in.
I don't want to barefoot the Legos. I already do that enough in my own life, alright? I don't want to RP doing it either.
Are there any other questions or things that people like to...
Oh yeah, you wanted to speak a little while ago.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Something that I wanted to touch base on, because I know with the whole reset and everything like that, QS touches vehicles. So you guys were thinking of, are you thinking of removing certain vehicles from the city itself?
So actually, we do have an answer to that.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, we're going to be going bare bones for a bit. We're going to strip a lot of the stuff. With our current vehicle pack, we are going to be reducing their art. What we're basically going to be doing is, we're not going to add them all immediately. We are currently making a group of people specifically for car handling and stuff like that, because some people on staff feel like it's not... What's the point of buying a basic GTA vehicle if you can buy something similar price that's a custom that's better? So those are going to be messed with a little bit, and also there are some of them that are just way too big for asset size, or like several of the same cars. I can't tell you how many freaking Skyline 34s I see everywhere, that are all either different models or whatever. But starting out, we're not going to have all of them. We're going to slowly roll them in after they get messed with, but eventually they will come back. But not all of them, because that is also a major factor when it comes to server bloat.
We should preface this that everything is going to be tweaked.
Yes.
Yeah,
so not necessarily.
The cars are crazy, and not in the matter of just like the hand. Like, I don't know shit about all the handling stuff, but I have seen that a lot of the cars are like, one car is like 80 megabytes. Like, that's damn near a gig for one car, and we talk about, having loading issues and stuff like that just by that car alone being out. And imagine when we have like car shows and car meets and stuff, and everybody has their super cold cars out. All of that has to do with when people have putty issues and all that kind of stuff. So if we do better as far as the packs, yes, it's going to be slower. You may not get your favorite car back right away. However, it's going to overall be better with not seeing the same repetitive cars. The cars are actually going to handle and drive the way that they're supposed to for the car that you have purchased. And I feel like we have good car experts that are going to be tackling that and going through and working through it, and I'm confident that they know what they're doing, and they're going to be getting that taken care of, and the cars will be in a better place than they were previously.
I just want to preface also that when we say handling is going to be adjusted, we're also meaning like the speed.
Yes.
That everything's extremely fast. Everything is way too fast. And I believe that it's hurting RP and it's hurting scenes to just have a car that literally goes like 0 to 180 and then breaks off at like 240 miles an hour. It hurts RP, and it's not realistic. And to be fair, we don't want things to be realistic because, yes, this is a game. It doesn't need to be like, oh, this isn't how this V8 engine would interact with this thing and blah, blah, blah jargon.
We're not looking for hyper-realism.
We're slowing down
accuracy.
Some cars, and what we're doing is a sports car is going to go like in this category of speed, and a normal regular car that shouldn't go 150 to 190 miles an hour is not going to go 190 miles an hour. It will be capped at a certain amount because it is a normal car. It should not go that fast. So that's part of the adjustments that we're making, is making sure that supercars feel like supercars, sports cars feel like sports cars, and normal cars feel like normal cars. That is part of all of that. So it is very much like if you have a normal sedan that doesn't have any weird bells or whistles, it's probably not going to be very fast because it's a normal, regular sedan, right? And now say you have a sports car that is meant for it to be a little bit more fast or anything. It is going to be in that higher classification, being able to have that speed. And yes, you'll still be able to modify your cars and everything and stuff like that with the mechanic shops.
Gonna want to potentially touch base on as well was with the mechanic side of things. I feel if there is, I understand if there's not a way, because as you said, it's a game and it's game based and everything like that, and it's all based off of GTA, and GTA has like certain things that that you can do on one car but you can't do on another. Is there a more cohesive script? I guess I'm wondering, like, is there a more cohesive script that if I can throw a spoiler on the back of this sports car, can Bradley also throw a spoiler on the back of his green machine, souped up van that doesn't go very fast, but it bounces?
So
think
whenever it
Trouble
comes to
was telling us
customizations,
about that. Is that who I just saw pop up here? Was that Treble?
Who?
he's been in here.
Oh, I thought someone just popped up here. What the heck?
No, I muted and then unmuted and then changed the position.
You're good.
So
Sorry.
specifically with stuff like customization, that's going to be down to whoever actually made the vehicle itself. There's not really anything on a scripting side we can do because that model has to be made with those modifications in mind, even if you don't have them on your vehicle. So it's just some of them have more care.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the mechanic script, that's going to be something that we put up as a poll. Like, are we happy with the one that we have now? If it works well and works good, or things about the script that maybe need to be changed. Like, we like the script, but maybe we don't. I think I saw that somebody had written that maybe the servicing. I think it might have been you, Neo. How servicing can sometimes be hit or miss, or because even recently, I think it was like servicing had somehow turned itself off to where cars were needing to be serviced. So little things like that we may not necessarily need, as long as we have people going to mechanics and mechanics are making money. I think at the end, that's just kind of what we want more than anything.
Right. And if we need to do something where we keep that more or less the way that it is, obviously, that's something that we can work with. On the servicing aspect, I'm almost wondering if maybe there's something we can do to make it a little more streamlined versus, if I need just a base repair, I can do this, or if I want to customize it, I can do this. But if I need a full servicing, then I need to go into a different section of the. Like on the mechanic side, I need to go into a different section. I still have to make the part the same way, and I still have to put it on the same way, but I have to go through a whole different section on the tablet and stuff like that. And it more along the lines of also with charging for that specific part and service and stuff. I'm almost wondering if there's a way that we can streamline it to be more cohesive with, along the lines of the customization or the general repair or something like that. Somebody comes in, hey, I don't know what's going on. But then again, we need to figure out the diagnostic side of things. Like, why is the car not working that way? So, like I said, if it's something that we can't really tweak too much or don't really need to tweak too much, then I'm not tripping too much. I'm just wondering if there is a way. So maybe something to look into.
Yeah, that's something we have to look more into, because overall, I've not been more. I could set up a mechanic garage. I just don't. I've never seen the actual working interface unless someone's putting up screenshots about what's broken. I've never actually been a mechanic
same here.
Which I feel like I should experience at some point. But I all you mechanical experts out there, those who've done that kind of stuff, we'll be definitely looking to get feedback from you guys on how we want that stuff to kind of work. Because of course that could easily be better streamlined to work better and be a better flow from the mechanic to the car to the person getting it.
It almost sounds like you're asking for a different core inner working of the script.
Maybe in a way, but like I said, it's not like it's not. It was just a curiosity of mine, not anything that was necessarily detrimental. I have to push an extra button, boo-hoo. I'm not too worried about it. I was just wondering if there was a way to make it a little more streamlined that might be a little more friendly on the what's the word I'm looking for? On the data that has to go out that gets put into the server for that. So it's less take, more give, or something along those lines. It just makes it work a little easier. Because I have noticed, especially when it comes to servicing and repairing and stuff like that, depending on the MLO that you're around, depending on what all is going on at that specific shop, you go to service something and things get real wonky real fast in your eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know if there's a way to make it a little more streamlined, to make it friendlier on the budget. Not the monetary budget, but on the...
What do you mean things get wonky in your eyes?
Like if I was working at Black Piston or something, and I went to go service something, I would start lagging out to the point where I was missing the mini game. Like you have to do a little mini game where you go to push the WASD keys or something like that. But because of I don't know if it was a specific part that I was having to replace, or the amount of people that were there, or just the specific car that I was working on. But I'd go to push W when I was within bracket or something like that, and it wouldn't actually activate until way after, and then I would basically just have to redo the minigame all over again, and then over again and over again and over again. Something that should take like 30 seconds ends up taking like 5 minutes.
So that sounds like it's coming from either the UI from the tablet itself, or possibly being around so many cars that are like high texture, high res, whatever, that takes a lot of polygons, that's slowing down your game slowly. And that also just comes from optimization and making sure we don't have too much bloat, or we don't have bloat. That'll help with it, because it's the same sense with like the phones. Anytime I've been at the server for like more than 3 hours, and there's a Twix post, my game will lag for like 3 seconds straight. In Pursuits, it's a very dangerous thing. That's most likely what it is. It's just too much server bloat that's really affecting it. So we can look into that. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
okay,
if reducing the amount of stuff that we have does not help, we will look into that to see if we can help it whatsoever with that specific script.
Yeah, because even Sin has issues like doing mechanic stuff. Sometimes the panel itself, I think she said that will like lag, or certain things will happen. So yeah, I definitely agree that
yeah, I definitely want another mechanic script or whatever. I don't know, or crafting or whatever we can do.
We'll see. I mean, if we can find another one, I'm perfectly fine. It's just switch from now. Doesn't
If
really
not,
affect me that much.
we'll get it figured out. This is here and there now.
Okay. Any more questions?
Not off the top of my head right now, but as they pop up, I'm sure later on I can reach out.
Okay, absolutely.
All right, we are going on 2 hours now, and I am wanting to wrap this up kind of soon. Anybody else got any more questions?
No? Okay.
We have so many people talking, or we've got some people talking in the tech chat.
Bradley.
Are we gonna still have Poke? Are we gonna still sell Pokey?
Pocky, you mean?
Yeah, Pocky. Yeah.
Pocky.
Ain't nobody selling no Pokey on the server, sir. We are not.
That was created with Gym Consumables.
Yes.
So yes, it'll be very easy to keep that.
Yes, we can keep. Wow, we can keep Pocky.
Oh, Cleep. Yeah, you want to
Look,
quick
our
to point
brains are
out
all
any
starting to
fucking
melt.
mistakes. Exactly.
Our brains are starting to melt. It's okay.
You know what? I just want
Okay,
to
I'm
make
a step-
sure
I'm a
that
step
we
down.
tell
Nah.
Liz about what's happening on
Right.
Friday.
hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Can you read that? Can you read that, please? Can you read what Polly said?
I suddenly don't see anything. Wow. Well, I sorry, I closed the chat box down. I can't see.
It's wild.
But,
Oh,
So-
I'll spell it out for
I
you.
can't see it. No, I can't spell
That's
either.
wild.
Oh,
Just to
Why
make
are
sure,
you-
because Divine
what
Chaos
the
asked a
heck?
question really quick. Tickets are they being wiped completely just to kind of give us a fresh basis? Or how is that going to work out exactly?
I think it should. Just a new era so that.
I mean, because realistically,
Yeah, I
the
understand.
issues that are brought up in the tickets, they're not going to be an issue anymore because we're not going to have any of that. But specifically, Divine Chaos asked, with the wipe, will some business ideas that were previously submitted need to be resubmitted in terms of RP?
Oh, that's those can still be in standard.
Go back again.
Go forward. We're gonna have to figure out the city hall and stuff like that. But your business idea should be fine.
yeah.
And we might even be able to
Right,
find
a lot
better
of
avenues
things.
for
Wait.
going forward and stuff like that.
Are we opening up mayor again? Because I think you said you didn't want to fucking be mayor anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. especially starting over. Like if someone else.
Yeah, so we might need a new mayor too.
You know, I don't know if Connie's gonna be in the best mental position to be mayor.
She'll hate metas. She'll hate metas, bro.
She'll fucking hate them.
I mean, if you really want dictator Connie, this would be the time of which she would become an evil dictator.
Oh, I gotta give people mechanic roles. If you do not have the mechanic role, can you please say some? I'm getting Roman right now.
Yeah, I went and I did a few that I could remember, but I wasn't too sure. I was like, oh, dang. But yes, if you have the mechanic
I had to
role,
remove people that weren't.
all right, here. How about this? I could just say the people that I know are mechanics and are here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have, well, I guess we have Tex. We got Max is put in there, just because he's going to be helping with the car stuff. I don't know if he is a mechanic in City, but he's helping with the car stuff, so definitely put him in there. Bradley, Alex Williams, Roman, Heiss, Harry. Then we have Adam and Luna.
I didn't know Douglas was a mechanic. I took him out
that's
of
the
there,
thing. They've been there. they've had that tag.
He used to work at Black Piston, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Harley and Joker.
Oh, let me make, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Laws mechanic, okay. So we gotta do. Okay. So yeah, these will be things that we're ironing out as we kind of go forward, like opening up City Hall stuff. Like if you want to be the mayor after a big ass apocalyptic event in the city, that would be a good time to, you know, get it on the ground up. You're basically rebuilding the city. So
Which there will be the RP and stuff like that going on, but I don't want to spoil anything because it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. So
Yes, this is going to be very interesting. You're going to want to be there on Friday night.
So yeah, again, just to state, the 12th, Friday, sometime after the 7 EST storm is when a big event's going to happen. If I had to guess, it's most likely going to go all the way until the 12 or the 1 a.m. 1 EST restart, because that's usually how long those things go. But there is going to be build up for it to give your characters reasons to go buy stuff from gun stores. And Kyle might open Paragon more than one time a week just to help out with that.
Yeah, we just don't have a way to really charge money right now, but I guess it really doesn't matter. No.
give it away now.
Yeah, I mean, basically H&H is just going to be opening, and then we'll just take money until money is no longer a driven factor.
I'll tell you what.
RP to find out.
Given that Kyle's already, he doesn't really, especially if there's signs, he's like, well, all right, fuck it, I don't care if you don't have you don't have a felony, here's a gun, have fun.
Yeah, essentially it's going to end up becoming likely to a degree of, well, people need guns, so come get guns now.
I'm telling you right now, for story purposes, but as long as Kyle's been dealing with this bullshit with metahumans and whatnot, the whole reason he opened up Paragon, he's 100% just gonna start passing out guns to people.
Yep, H&H is gonna start handing out guns too, likely. Yeah, Kyle, we gotta do that. We gotta do that thing together.
Which thing? DM it to me really quick.
Yeah.
Also, let global insane. Technically, we don't truly keep up until large storm. Turn plan for activity around that time. PD turns off. Oh. Ah, yes, that thing. That one's gonna be
that
really
thing.
Interesting.
That's gonna be a thing. That's
That's
gonna be a whole thing.
Really interesting.
What? What's a thing? What?
We got this whole thing planned out. Don't worry.
What?
Hey, Hanover and Kyle got plans when shit pops off. All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is not your business, ma'am.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't fire me.
Everything.
You just said
Dang it.
What Hanover does.
Oh,
is
hey,
what
Kai.
Hanover does, man.
Like, dang, that's crazy.
I'll see myself out.
Speaking of which, yeah, again, we've been going for about 2 hours. I think if no one else has any questions, I'm all good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can move down to general.
Stop the recording.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, feel free